So at my Airbnb right now, just do a quick review for y'all. So nice little touch, the evil eye pendant. So Brazilian accommodations are quite comfortable here. We have the toilet here, massive press, nice bidet action. High pressure, nice and clean. The sinks are very compressed here. Mirror. Hot, cold, same standard. Shower head. Nice little detail here. Ignore my clothes. Got a cabinet. I think you can open it with the same key. Gas stove. Laundry even, wow. Whew, that's nice. Hot water tank. Just phone. Fridge here. Some water, which is nice. Freezer. More decorated. Got this bed. And more cabinetry. So I'm gonna put my luggage here, I guess. Oh, ooh, nice and comfy bed. So how long is this? A minute. So the address is here. If any of y'all are interested, it's hello. That's his phone number there. TV, which is nice. Yeah, it's not bad for an Airbnb. So I think I paid, trying to recollect, 1600 real. So I was doing a measure. Minimum wage is 16 real per hour. You do that times 8. It's roughly like minimum wage someone, if they wanted to kind of rent this out. So it's definitely not catered for locals. Maybe someone who kind of like wants to just like go to the beach. Even the sofa is nice and comfy. Could have a secondary guest here. Anyways, so I'll leave it at that. This is nice, and I'll do a quick pan over as well. But this is my accommodation while I'm in Rio. Stay tuned. Jay here, new, click subscribe if you're returning, appreciate you. This is a recap review of this Airbnb close to Copacabana Beach. So found this Airbnb on the website Airbnb. It's a platform where it's like host sharing, so you can put up your apartment, house, home, rent a room for travelers and such, and also you can search for places to stay for accommodation as well. So this accommodation is roughly 2.5 blocks from the beach, which is fantastic. The place I stayed was, on paper, it was $68 Canadian, and then afterwards with the cleaning and service fee, it on average kicked up to $85 per day. The apartment, as you saw from the little tour there, was quaint. It was cozy. A lot of space. There's like a desk area. There's like a cabinetry for your clothes, dresser, a bed. There's a sofa and a table and a full-on kitchen. And of course a bathroom where there's a standing stall shower and like a bidet and toilet. So all in all, I would honestly say Airbnb, I'm not really a fan of like the service and cleaning fee, but whatever. Kind of kicked it up by like, I want to say $20. Um, just in general, I wouldn't recommend that you just cowboy and fly into Brazil and not have accommodations at. It's not like in Southeast Asia where you can do that. For this one, best that you iron those things out. Best that you do. And the whole Airbnb experience as well. They give you a key, but the thing is though, like Brazil is not the most safest place, so they have like security and they kind of buzz you in ever so often. Um, I kind of started to pick up the vibe of how it was, just because you know it's just one of those things where when you get buzzed in. So in terms of just like watching YouTube videos, you can definitely find an apartment in Rio there for roughly like 1,500 to 2,000 real per month. If I do the math on how much I spent per day, I spent 300 real, 310. I stayed there for 6 days, so 308 times 6. I pretty much paid like what in short-term rental what the average Brazilian pays like in the middle per month for accommodation. Which I find that like if I were to do long term, I could definitely find those deals. I don't know the websites, but from what I hear, you can get accommodation for 1,500 to 2,500 per month. I spent like 1,800 for 6 days. If I did that for like another 6 days, that's like 3,500. Like I could get like a penthouse. So that kind of puts things in perspective. Like 12 days, I was kind of like in a nice, cozy apartment when I could have got like a penthouse situation, if that makes sense. Um, so do understand that if you're going with these Airbnbs, uh, you're pretty much paying what people are paying for the month essentially in like 6 days. So do bear that in mind. You're propping up the economy pretty much. Like they did their due diligence. They got like the apartment, so they took the risk. In terms of just like location wise, I was happy to be near the beach just because um, it was nice and hot. Just lounge at the beach, chill. But there's other locations in the city as well. The historic Lapa area close to the airport. There's like another area as well, I think. But if you were gonna decide to like rent, you can either do Lapa area, which is like more city centric, farther from the beach. You could do Copacabana. The strip is so long. Um, or you can do the other beach, which is trying to remember. I know that there's Leblon on the other side, and there's the other beach, Ipanema. So if I scroll out here, I stayed on this side street here, and the beach is right here. This is Copacabana Beach. So these are all the historic sites. You can have a choice to stay in the Lapa area, which is here, where all the clubs and such are. Or, this is the airport I came in on. Or you can stay near Ipanema Beach, which is a really nice beach as well. Or if you really wanted to kind of do a different thing, I believe this is, I'll have to search it up, Leblon.
which is this side here. I would say if you're starting out, maybe stick to Ipanema, which is this beach area, if you're coming to Brazil. Or if you want to do what I did, stay closer to here, where this is Copacabana Beach. Anywhere along this strip here, there's many restaurants. Like you stay here, there's restaurants galore, and also convenience stores. There's just so many here that like it's a no-brainer. Or if you are sick and tired of the beach, or like you want to do like a day trip to taxi to the beach and such, you can always stay in the city area, Lapa, Centro, Lapa Arches, like Centro or Lapa, where there's clubs and such. But I would recommend, if you stay in this area, that you still take a taxi to this area where all the clubs are. All the clubs and such are on the street on Rue de Janeiro. You could see like Scenarium, Armenians. The only reason why I wouldn't recommend you walk this distance is at night it can get really dangerous. So that's pretty much my whole kind of like synopsis of where to stay. Would recommend, if you are coming from a city, that you stay near the beach, Copacabana, anywhere along this area. Or you can do Ipanema. Or if you wanted to kind of like do, you've been to Brazil in the past, then Leblon is always a good area. Prices might be a little higher in this area because this is newer and it's more expensive. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this Airbnb review. It was nice and cozy. It was like 2 blocks from Copacabana Beach. And yeah, I'll kind of talk about the safety thereafter. Hope you enjoyed this Airbnb review. It's kind of like long and drawn out, but my thoughts were kind of like gushing out as I just recollected some experiences I had while traveling to Brazil. So click subscribe if you haven't already, and hope you're enjoying this Brazil series. Stay tuned for more.